This program was developed by Austin Pets Alive's Successful Barn Cat program, located in Austin, Texas. For more information directly regarding their program, please view the video, A Model Program, Austin Pets Alive Barn Cat Program. Congrats on successfully finding an adoptive relocation home for one of your community cats. The last and final step is to finalize the adoption and safely relocate the cat to his new home. On adoption day, it is always nice to provide the adopter with a few supplies. That being said, it is not necessary to provide these supplies yourself. However, you should make sure that the following supplies are available and ready to go prior to relocation, either by your organization or by the adopter. Make sure the adopter has a crate or some other form of confinement that prevents escape that can be used during the acclimation period upon relocation. Other forms of confinement include a secure milk house, an enclosed horse stall, and hand-built enclosures. Adopters can be quite creative about this. The key is, whatever is used, the cats are unable to escape out of the confinement area during the acclimation period of 2 to 4 weeks. The adopter should also be ready with food, litter, and water to provide the cat with all the necessities. The adoption or relocation method is completely up to your organization. The cat can be transported to her new home by a staff member or a volunteer, or picked up by the adopter. Relocation crates make it easy to transport this temporary home for the cat to a new location and also provide an excellent housing option to be used during the acclimation period once the cat reaches her new adoptive home. This consistent housing, potentially at the shelter, when being transported, and as temporary housing at the new home, makes the transition much less stressful for the cat. If a relocation crate is not used, then some other form of secure confinement should be used during transport, like a cat carrier or live trap. No matter which relocation method is chosen, during the process of handing the cats to an adopter, the adopter should also receive any medical records on the cat, a copy of the adoption paperwork, care instructions, including during the acclimation period, as well as a big thank you for adopting. Also during the adoption process, make sure to counsel them on some of the following topics. During the acclimation period, the cat should remain confined, either inside a relocation crate or other form of confinement, for a minimum of 2 weeks, with 4 weeks being optimal. It is important to impress upon them that the cats absolutely must not be let out of their confinement area prior to 2 weeks. Otherwise, it is much more likely that the cats will run away because they are not comfortable, that is, they have yet to acclimate to their new environment. The confinement method, whether it is a crate or some other form of confinement, should be located in the area which will ultimately become the cat's main residence. Locate it in a convenient location so the caretaker can access it daily. Also, it should be located where it is free from direct wind and sun, but affords the cats a vantage point to see their new environment. The adopter should feed, water, and clean the litter pan at least once daily. To increase the chance that the cat will stay at his new home after being released from the confinement area, the adopter can try following some of these simple tips. When feeding canned food once or twice daily, make a special call, such as, "Here, kitty kitty," so that the cats learn this call as their food signal. Then, when eventually released from confinement, they can be called back home when needed. During confinement, the more time an adopter can spend bonding with the cats, the more likely the cats will remain at their new home. The cats come to recognize the adopter as the food lady or food guy, making it more likely that they will want to stay with the adopter. This can be as easy as talking to the cats. The acclimation period is also the optimal time to familiarize resident dogs and cats to the new cats. They should be allowed to get a scent of one another and get used to the idea of being around one another without allowing the resident dogs and cats to stress or upset the new cats. When the 2 to 4 weeks of the acclimation period have passed, the door of the confinement area should unceremoniously be left open one morning and the cats allowed to exit on their own accord. The adopter should continue feeding near, but not inside, the confinement area. Many times, cats will continue to sleep in the confinement area. If the adopter is using a relocation crate supplied by your organization, and if it is possible, allow the crate to stay on site as long as the cats are using it. Once the crate is done being used, ask the adopter to contact your organization and then make arrangement to go pick it up. Once the cat has been successfully relocated to her new home, a procedure for following up with the adopter should be implemented. Not only is this great customer service, but it also helps to answer any concerns the adopter may have prior to them becoming a problem. Here's an example timeline for following up with an adopter. 2 to 3 days post-adoption, give the adopter a call. If he or she does not answer, send an email as well. At this stage, you are just checking in to make sure that everything is going smoothly and to also remind the adopter about the acclimation period. 4 weeks post-adoption should be after the cat's been released onto the property, so it is a good time to contact the adopter to see how things are going. Does the cat seem to want to stay around? If you loan the adopter a crate for the acclimation period, this would be a good time to see if you can set up a way to retrieve it. Approximately 3 months and also a year post-adoption are great times to send out a survey via email that simply asks the adopter how the adopted cats and they themselves are doing.